Well, that went well, didn't it? I'm going to have to wait now a little bit until you all find your way back because that stream started. I had the silly baby factory thing set to end the stream once it finished because I normally play that at the end. So I'm going to wait a little bit until I get started, let the numbers go up. Hello, all two of you that have found me again. I thought you'd broke the internet. Yeah, no, I know. It was me. I broke it. I broke it, Chris. I think I might break the internet in a minute. I'm back. It's all my fault. Hang on. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Right, I'm just going to wait a minute, people. Wait until the numbers go up again because I'll explain what happened there in a minute. Hang on. I'll explain now. I normally play the baby video at the end, so I've got it automatically set to end stream when it changes scene. But I played it at the start and it ended the scene after 2 minutes. I fucked it up. My fault. Right, everyone's back in there anyway. Okay. Right, that's good. Right. Well, the plot thickens, or does it? We don't know. Well, it has. In terms of West Ham media, the goalkeeper plot has definitely thickened. Now, as we know, throughout the whole entire window, it's been Suzuki and Hermansen. You know, it's getting closer, but nothing. No bids, nothing. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, we put a bid in for a bloke called John Victor, who none of us knew anything about. And it's caused quite a few waves because, like I've said, the ITKs knew fuck all about it. They knew nothing. And what's left a really bad taste in my mouth about this player in particular, this was before I knew anything. I'm actually quite excited about this guy now, John Victor. But what left a bad taste in my mouth was the fact that it felt like the fan base were being turned on this guy, and it's worked. You've only got to go and have a look on Twitter. Have a look on YouTube. The way that the screw has been turned on this player that none of us know anything about. None of us know the true story either. Even now, it's coming out. Until I hear it from Potter, that Potter and McCauley are saying, I don't want that player, I want this player, I'm not going to fucking believe any of it. But the fact is, if you do have a look, if you're this 29-year-old player who's in the peak of your powers, that's literally your peak when you're a goalkeeper. He's literally apparently just taken Botafogo. He was the most important player. Won them their first Brazilian Premier League title. The Copa Libertadores they've won. He's fucking played really, really well. So he was about to sign a goalkeeper on the up for 8 million, which I've got to be honest, I was quite pleased about because I've never been in favour, especially when we keep on getting told that we've got no money, in spending 30 million on a goalkeeper. I'm not in favour of that. It's a fucking goalkeeper. So 8 million, which people are calling peanuts, well, Areola was 8 million. Fabianski was 7 million. Rob Green was 2 million. We've never spent loads of money on goalkeepers. Do you know what I mean? I thought that would have been a perfectly good signing. And the more I've learned about this guy, the more I thought, fuck me, we're getting a gem here. Anyone you listen to in the days since the story's broken, whether that's Vickery, the the TalkSport South American football correspondent who's gone on and basically said he's really good. He's brilliant, an absolute beast in goal, 6'6", aggressive, shouts, dominates his box, brilliant at one-on-ones, brilliant at shot stopping, great distribution as well. Mate, like I said, maybe not the tick-attacker stuff, but he dominates that box. I thought, fucking hell, this geezer's going to be, this is good. It's a good signing. You know, could actually be a masterstroke. And one of the reasons I was so excited about it was because, like I said, I didn't want to see us spending 30 million on a goalkeeper when we need midfield sorted. I mean, we've been linked to, what a load of bollocks. We've been linked with Palacios today. We're being linked with Ramsey. I was starting to believe that something like that could actually happen because we was going for this goalkeeper. I thought we're going to, what they've done is they've assessed the situation, Potter, McCauley and Sullivan or whatever else. They've gone, right, we've only got this amount of money to spend. So where do you want to spend it? And they've gone out and they've filled holes where they've needed to with a couple of freebies. And it looked to me like we was going to finish and climax on a top midfielder. That's what I thought was going to happen. We ain't going to go out and spend 30 or 40 million on a midfielder if we spend that on a goalkeeper. So all those people that have been slagging this guy off, don't complain when Josh Brownhill comes in on a free transfer. That's all I'm going to say. We knew nothing about this guy, nothing whatsoever. And it wouldn't surprise me, like I've already said, if this guy has been reading West Ham Twitter, which they all do, they all read social media, he's probably looked, what the fuck's going on there? What have I done to that lot? He's probably pulled the pin himself. Now, it ain't a dead deal yet. It's not. But apparently, Hermansen now is progressing, if you listen to people, and this deal is still where it is. So who knows who we're going to sign? But for me, I just feel like look, let's just say, even if it's true, even if it's a true story that this goalkeeper wasn't Potter and McCauley's first choice, what mentality have you got to have to spread the story that's been spread, where they're basically turning West Ham fans on this guy? I mean, there's people been calling for him to be booed in his first game. He ain't done fuck all. So, but they're literally saying, oh no, we didn't want him. This is Sullivan against fucking Potter and McCauley. Even if that's true, why would you put that out there? I don't believe it is. Because statistically, this guy's fucking good. We've got a goalkeeping coach now in Ankerjan who might have his preferences, but the fact of the matter is, he'll know a good goalkeeper if he sees one. So I just think it's shit. I think the whole thing's shit. Even if it happens now, it's taken the shine off of it. I was looking forward to this guy being unveiled. Not for any other reason, other than the fact I've learnt a bit about him now, and I was getting used to the idea of him coming in. And like I said, he looked like a fucking good goalkeeper to me. A proper goalkeeper. Not a fancy Dan. A proper, good, solid fucking goalkeeper that commands his box, that barks and shouts at the defenders. It's intimidating. Great at one-on-ones. Comes charging out, fucking Schmeichel style. I was looking forward to it. But this is taking the shine off of it now. Why is every element of West Ham business got to be leaked? The most intricate fucking details. To turn the fucking screw. To turn people... And the power that these people have got. And they really have. On social media, they'll drop a message out there in a statement. It's gospel. Absolutely gospel. They take them at their fucking word. They could say anything. They could... Do you know what I mean? They could say literally anything and people will believe what they say. So in that case, when you've got that much power, that's fucking irresponsible. What if we signed John Victor? What are you going to do then? Well, we've signed him. Now, 2/3 of the fan base are... They fucking... Oh, I don't know. Anyway, look, I'm going to be taking some phone calls. I've got me thing connected. If anyone does want to phone in... I'm hoping you do, because I like to talk to anyone. I won't put my number up yet. I'll let the regulars phone in first. But yeah, it would be good to sort of speak to a few people anyway. But no, I was actually excited about it. I thought it looked like a bit of a business for a change. I thought, well, that's what we brought McCauley in for, McCauley and Potter. We brought them in to uncover gems. I'm sorry, paying 30 million for a goalkeeper ain't uncovering no fucking gem. It ain't. Anyone can go and find the top fucking young keeper. This was what... And the thing is, 29 isn't old. Allison's 33. Edison's 31. Would you moan if we fucking signed them? No, you wouldn't. That's quite young. He's in the peak of his powers. So I don't really understand it. I don't get it. I do get it. And like I said, I'm disappointed when I see the way the fans react. But you know what? I don't blame the fans. I don't, because... I just think people, you're not stupid. The media is so tightly controlled by only a few fucking people. West Ham media is so tightly controlled that the news filters out, a message gets put out there, a player we're linked with, a story goes out there, all of a sudden, I'm fucking talking about it. Look, everyone's talking about it. So I just think it's ugly. It's shit, to be honest. I don't buy it. I don't buy that Potter and McCauley... Well, for a start, I don't think Potter's got the bollocks to stand against Sullivan. I think we've proved that with Wilson, haven't we? We've proved it. But I don't know. I think we've got a certain amount of money left. Do you want to spend all of that on a goalkeeper? You know, we've sold Kudus and we've bought a left wing back and a goalkeeper. I mean, come on, fucking drop me out. What is that all about? But anyway, right. So we've got. I'll go through some comments quickly. 6'2". Hello, Andy. If Potter and the goalkeeper coaches say no, then best to leave alone. Yeah, but Andy, do you know that they've said no? Do you? Honestly, do you actually know that? You know, you're a sensible bloke. This is literally what we're being told to believe. I don't know. I prefer to think for myself. He looks like a fucking good keeper, mate. I believe no signings until the club put a video out on social media. Probably the best way to go, mate. I've almost been there this year. Like I said, I've backed right off and right away from transfers, and it's been nice. That's the only way I've managed to keep on going through this window, because it ain't enjoyable being a West Ham fan, well, especially when you're commentating on it. But doing what I've done in this window, it's been all right. Just call everything bollocks. Amanda says, not the players' fault, is it? What on earth is going on with our fan base? Well, it's not really the fan base. I just said that. It's the fucking evil powers that are behind our media that everyone hangs on to for information. That's what it is. I mean, like I said, what will happen now? This is just because that story's been put out there just to reinforce, no, we was after Hermansen. No, we was after Suzuki. You know, it's just to save their face. But we've got a player that might end up joining us. You know? Hang on. Right. Hello, is that Kat?
It is. Hi.
It is. Hello. It's your phone too early. You've got a phone later on when I've got all angry, and you're supposed to bring me down a little bit later, not now.
You sound a little bit angry.
I am a little bit angry. I'm fed up with it all. I'm fed up with the shit stirring, to be honest, from the West Ham media side. I was genuinely looking forward to, after the disappointment of Wilson. I weren't looking forward to us spending a lot of money on a goalkeeper, because, as I've just said, I wanted to suspend it elsewhere. And I thought, you know, we've found a good goalkeeper. You know, as a compromise, 8 million. The more I've looked into him, he looked really good. And I look at the fan base, and they've all gone mad at him. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Yeah, I have to say, I didn't even see that on social media. I'm on jury at the moment, so so I didn't see social media today. But yesterday I was to my son, my 13-year-old. He comes with me to West Ham, and I told him last night. I said, I never believe this, but there's some random goalkeeper we're going in for. And then we did research, and I thought, oh, he looks good. And that just completely came out. Just completely nowhere, but I was getting excited. I thought, oh, this is good. Well, 8 million, bargain.
Well, the thing is as well, I mean, they're my favourite types of signings that we haven't been hit, because sometimes it's almost like an anticlimax. If you've been hearing about the fact that it's like if we do end up signing Hermansen or Suzuki, we've been talking about now for 2 months. By the time it happens, you're like, oh yeah, we've signed him. I quite like it, you know, maybe pre-internet, pre all this social media stuff. Do you remember when you just used to open the paper and go, oh, blimey, we've signed Tevez and Mascherano, that type of thing?
Yeah, those were the days. Wasn't football good then?
Yeah, it was. Football was better as well. But no, it's frustrated me anyway. It really has. The main thing for me is the angle that I mean, look, you can't take social media as gospel. You can't, because a lot of the social media fans are different to the ones that go in the stadium, especially you know. Well, I hope so, because it's been quite bad. There's a lot of people that are fighting this guy's corner as well, but there's a massive amount of people that are on this guy's back. He hasn't done anything. He's
How? It's been 1 day.
I know, but people were so sold on getting Hermansen in. They desperately wanted this £30 million goalkeeper that we've been talking about for ages. And I mean,
he looks good.
Yeah, but
I understand, but it's a lot of money. It's too much money.
He's a goalkeeper.
And we need a midfielder. We need a
midfielder. So yeah, I tell you what, he better be good for 30 million.
Yeah, he bloody better.
He better be good. But how are you, Kat, anyway? Apart from being bored stiff on jury duty.
Yeah, how do you know? Have you done it? Jury duty is boring.
I'll be honest with you. I've got out of it twice.
Have you? Oh, okay. Well done.
Yeah.
Well, I was chatting to a West Ham fan today, so that was nice. We were just reliving the good old days. And you know what? I met Julian Dix at the weekend, so I am on air.
That's good.
Yeah, he came to my town.
He's a lovely guy,
So,
isn't he?
oh my God, so nice. We waited for him by the bus, and I was like shaking. I met him before. He's my hero. I love him.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my son went up to him and just said, "Would you mind signing?" I had his autobiography, and he signed it, and we got photos, and so I'm still like buzzing off of that.
Well, you bought his autobiography while he was there, I hope. You don't carry it about with you at all times.
Of course I do. You never know when you're going to bump into it.
Yeah.
No, of course. I knew he was coming to my town, so because he's like the manager. He's manager of Haybridge Swift. Came to play a non-league FA Cup game.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we got really lucky. So yeah, I'm good.
So
I'm
are you all confident for the following season? You looking forward to it? You're a new season ticket holder, I understand.
How do you know that?
Huh? Yeah. I've just seen it. I've just seen it go around.
I don't even know how you know that.
I know everything, Kat.
Do you follow me on TikTok or something? I don't even know if I put it on TikTok.
Yeah. No. I've yeah.
You found me,
I found you.
You found my podcast or something.
Yeah. I've been stalking you.
Have you? You're like the one person who listens to my podcast, aren't you?
I don't.
You're the one person.
I'm going to say yes. I listen to your podcast. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Literally, my dad listens to it and my son listens to it. No one in the world. It's fine. It's only new. But anyway, I wasn't trying to plug anything. I promise.
You can plug it if you want. It's up to you.
Okay. It's called Mum Who Irons.
Mum Who Irons.
Yeah, and I don't iron, so.
Oh, right. Okay. Fair enough.
Mum Who Irons. Yeah. So it's me and my son. So my son's 13, and we just chat West Ham rubbish, basically.
And we can.
And no one listens to it, but it's fine. On Spotify, if anyone wants to look it up. Thank you.
No,
he won't go on YouTube. My son, because he's a teenager.
So it's on Spotify. It's on the Apple podcast and all that sort of thing. You can listen to it.
No, I can't get it onto Apple.
It's easy.
I've tried. Oh, you're gonna have to send me a message or some text message if you get bored.
Use Podbean. That allows you to do it. But
does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good. It's good.
Sorry, off topic, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're boring everyone probably.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not looking at the chat, so I've not because I'm on the phone, so I've no idea. Sorry, I'm boring everyone.
No, that's fine.
But I've calmed you down, right? Again?
Yeah, you have. You've calmed me down. But you calmed me down too soon. Too soon. You got to phone in later.
Okay.
All right. But so you're looking forward to the new season anyway. Before I let you go, you looking forward to it?
Do you know what? I mean, I know it's only pre-season, but I am really pleased with what I'm seeing. I mean, not all of it.
Yeah.
I know we sort of differ a little bit on some bits, Potter and all of that. But the youngsters are looking good. Potts is looking amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Paquetá,
he's done well.
Paquetá's doing things. Callum Marshall's looking brilliant. Fulkrug, wow. So it's exciting. I feel like maybe we've moved forward a little bit. Was it Bournemouth? Yeah. Bournemouth game was brilliant. I loved it. Me and my son had a great time watching that.
I didn't watch it.
So I mean,
I was on strike. Oh my God, what's going on?
You should watch it. Watch it on replay. It's the first 20 minutes, no good. But after then, we grew into the game. Loved it.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Well,
yeah.
Hopefully it will be. I mean, I still think we need a midfielder, Kat. I've got to be honest with you. I do think that we
desperately.
We do. I think we've got. There's no balance with James Ward-Prowse. I'm afraid there's just not. I think we've got Paquetá, we've got Alvarez, we've got Potts, we've got a lot of these other sort of really dynamic players. I do think that there's a hole that needs filling. There is
definitely
in midfield.
They are. Suchek and JWP are just too slow and just not doing enough for us. It's sad because I really liked Shane Ward. Oh, I can't even say his name. Let's say JWP. I liked him when he first came in. He had a good first few games when he first joined us, and I thought, wow.
He did.
And then
I'll be honest. Because I've never been a fan. And he did kind of prove me wrong for about 3 games. 4 games.
Likewise. I thought, something. And that corner, corner. When he scored from a corner, it was like, oh my God.
Oh, that was a wind, Kat. That was a wind. That wasn't prayer.
I don't care. That doesn't happen every week.
Oh, no. Right.
Can you do that?
I could all day long, no problem. Yeah, but
Right.
all right then, Kat. Well, anyway, it's been lovely talking to you.
You too.
All right.
You too. Take care.
I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, Kat.
Bye, everyone.
There we
Bye.
go. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Right. Does anyone else want to come on and raise my blood pressure now? It's been lowered, please. That was a good call. Lovely chatting to you, Kat. Yeah, sort of back on topic. What do you all want? Tell me. Talk to me. What do you all... Shall I put my number up? None of the regulars want to speak to me. Bastards. Hang on. How do I do it? How do I do it? Oh, mate. Right, 1 minute. Here it is. Right. And please, I haven't got like a fucking switchboard, so please don't phone in when I'm on another call. And don't phone with a withheld number because I won't pick it up. There we go. Right, so the number's there. If anyone does want to phone in, please do. I ain't blushing. It's hot in my room, Randy. All right? I'm not blushing. Okay. So, come on, someone phone in. Talk to me. All right, this one's more my level. How you doing, Jim?
Mate, I've got to tell you, I'm fucking fuming. I am absolutely fuming. I've been willing to call you for about 2 weeks because my blood pressure is so fucking high. I swear to God, what the fuck is going on?
It's getting more and more embarrassing. People, I'm on a call. I've said I'm on a call. Please don't phone me when I'm on a call. Wait until there's a gap. I ain't got a fucking switchboard.
Yeah, mind the gap. Mind the gap between your ears.
That's why I don't like putting my number up. Go on. Go on.
But, yeah, I mean, listen, fucking first off, we signed fucking, what is it, KWS. Please don't go Carl Walker fucking Peters, right? On a free. Yeah. Which, all right, he ain't a bad player. I could deal with that. The youth kid, or whatever he's called, I like him. He looks all right. Fucking Callum Wilson. I wrote you a big long message the other day. I had to write some. I wanted to write it down on a bit of paper. I was fucking so fucking fuming. I'm sitting there thinking, there's a geezer, right, who's laughed at our club, laughed at our fans. What kind of fucking world would you sign that man in? Listen, I don't care if he was 23 and he was still quick and a good player. Why would you sign him? Why?
Especially in the same window that they sold one of our players to fucking Tottenham as well. You know, it's like a double insult, isn't it?
Well, listen, let's have it right. Some people are saying that he was a bad egg, right? Kudus, I don't know personally, but it is a smack in the face with a wet fish, right? Yeah. When they sell him to a club. Listen, I know you live up near them, and I can't stand that club. And I definitely would never, if I was in charge of West Ham, I would never sell a player to them. They laughed at us with Scott Parker. They took the piss out of us when who was the forward who went there? He was really good. The tall geezer, he was really good. He was really. Yeah, I can't think of his bloody name.
My brain scrambled, mate. We've done it a few times. They took him over. Carrick went there as well.
They took Carrick. This is what I'm saying, right? And every time that anyone's ever gone there, Freddie Canute, that's who it was.
Yeah, that's
every time they've absolutely pulled our pants down, greased us up, and give it to us fucking big time like King Dong. Every fucking time that something goes wrong. So for Sullivan to sell to them, it's an absolute disgrace.
See, the only way that could have been palatable for me would have been if they met the release clause. You know, at least if they'd have paid the fucking money. You know, because at least then you can say, oh, well, there's nothing we could do. You know, no, they've paid what they've had to pay, but we gave them like a £30 million discount.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. it was like a reach around, wasn't it? We give them a reach around, basically. But you see, the thing is, right? I'm going to tell you what's really wound me up, right? It's not the transfers. And today, fucking getting linked to that other fucking Raheem fucking Sterling. What the fuck is that about?
I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not.
But I'll tell you what's wound me up.
Can't have that fucker running down the wing.
You can see. People can put this, and I don't care. People can have a go at me, whatever, right? But see these fucking ITKs, right? You fucking ex-West Ham employee and that fucking prick Sean Wetpants, right?
Yep.
Leaking information that they are given by David Sullivan. So they ain't getting information like, it ain't like, oh, they've had information off the geezer who works in the offices at West Ham who knows something. They're getting it direct from the biggest prick you've ever met in your life, and they're leaking it, and people are lapping it up on X, like, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, like it's fucking the best.
It's not all Sullivan either. You know, even worse, a few of them get their information exclusively from Barry Silkman. And obviously, Barry Silkman, Barry Silkman being a football agent, he basically, what he does is, any deal that he ain't involved with, he gets pissed off about. So the first thing he does is he jumps onto, I don't know, one of the YouTubers or one of the podcasters, and he starts saying how bad the deal is, and he starts spreading shit about it because he ain't involved. It's nonsense. But you got the same thing with the other one, haven't you? Fucking sort house. Listen, they're all. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say it, but they're all fucking front wheel skids. All of them, everyone he deals with, that's what they are, and that's it's a terrible thing. I don't know how to dig at anyone, but like, Jesus Christ, all this information that comes out, it's all just shit. Yeah. I don't know whether the fact they're all Jewish has got anything to do with it though. I'm not sure about that. That might just be a coincidence. Might be a coincidence. Might be a coincidence.
Listen to who he deals with, though. You know, even down to the reporters, right? Who he deals with, the news reporters, the sports reporters, Ornstein, Steinberg. Listen to the names.
Yeah,
he dealt with them when he was at the Sport. So, like, there is you can say, oh, it's a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. They like to keep the money in that area, right? I like to say, I don't give a shit about that. I can't stand Sullivan. The sooner the fucker drops dead, the happier I'll be. And I would never say that about anybody. He is the worst kind of scum. He's a slug. I'd like to pour salt on.
Yeah, mate. Look, listen. From the beginning of time, he's had people on the strings at West Ham. I mean, he kind of. Well, he's always had it, hasn't he? He's always had it right from the start. From when he ran the newspaper, he knows how to play the media game. And right from the time he's been here at West Ham, my God, has he got it? He's got it sewn up, mate. On forums. Mate. He controls Twitter through. He literally he controls West Ham Twitter. He controls West Ham fucking YouTube to a degree. He controls the narrative on fucking everything. And you know what? I know listen, I know every now and then you'll get these people come out and they'll look like they're digging him out and they'll make these little sort of veiled criticisms of him. You won't see any of them fucking going bsout.co.uk, will you? They won't do it.
No, listen. I heard what that geezer said about you on James's show the other week, that Dave, right? And to be honest with you, look, we're all entitled to our opinions. We don't all have to get on with each other. That's life, right? Even though we all support the same club. But the thing is like I said to James the other day, they're all getting a few quid out of it. So they don't give a shit. You know what I mean? They're going to put out there what they want. If they weren't earning no money out of it, you'd sit there and go, well, I respect their opinion a little bit more because they ain't getting. But all of these people, you hear them all. I hear people on YouTube. Oh, X said this. X said. Do you know what? I couldn't give a fuck what X says. Most of what he says does not happen.
No,
it's all like, like when you go to see a fortune teller and they go, oh, you're going to meet a tall, dark stranger. It's all like that. It's all mystic fucking meg bollocks. Like most of it never ever comes true. Mate, we're linked to this.
But what does me in, right? What does me in? Because Look, there's no two ways about it. They'll get information, right? We know that they talk to certain people, and every now and then they have to throw them a bone every now and then. Every now and then they've got to throw them a bone to give them credibility so that people will listen to the fuckers. That's what they've got to do. So for them to be able to use them to peddle bullshit, for people to listen to them, they've also got to have good information as well from time to time. So they will get good information. But I tell you what,
how many would you say they get right? One in 10, 1 in 15? Most of them are wrong.
Yeah, look, mate. You know my opinion on it. But mate. Look. From our perspective, I just think it gets really fucking bad. It's one thing saying that you're linked with someone. It's one thing putting a rumor out that we're linked with someone. That's fine. But then to be so sort of headstrong to almost go out on a fucking mission and a campaign to be so desperate to prove that you're right, that you might end up making life hard for a new player that might actually end up coming in. Why do that? I mean, this John Victor at the moment, if he looks at Twitter, he'll be like, what the fuck? Honestly, what have I done? I ain't done anything.
I've got to be honest with you, I've never heard of John Victor. I'm not going to have a swipe at him at all because he might prove to be really good. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
But I can talk about players I know like Callum Wilson and even Carl Walker-Peters to a degree. Like you're seeing that, like, I swear to God, right, when they signed that deal, if I was thinking, yeah, maybe we've all got it, maybe my thinking's wonky. And we've got it wrong because they are bringing in a couple of young kids, who look like they're...
One young kid, just one young guy.
Yeah, it's one, but I was thinking, well, there'll be more. When he came in, I thought, they still got... You got to remember, when people go, we paid 20 million for him, yeah, his contract's 5 years, you give him 4 million a year for him. So we ain't paid 20 million and gone, look, here's cold hard. It's like, you're giving... You pay like a fraction each year. So there was plenty of money left. Like, obviously, when we got paid the Caduce money, we get paid a fraction, but you can put that on your account statement and you can spend it.
Mate, honestly, there ain't. Because of the way that we spend money. If you think about it, right? If you think we get our TV money once a year, whatever that is, 100 million, 150 million, depending on where you finish in the fucking league, TV money, whatever. We've got the wage bill, which is fucking huge. That is. I mean, bear in mind, James Ward-Prowse is on about 5 million a year, just to give you an example. Right? But this is what I'm saying to you. That's one player. Now, what we do, because of how you just said that we structure deals, we buy players and then we pay them off over the course of about a 5-year period. Yeah. So imagine our repayments every year. Not only that, when we sell a player, because we get them on the same terms. So if we sell Kudus, like we just have done, for 55 million, Tottenham will only pay the first instalment on that. And then what Sullivan will do is go out and get a bank loan. So we're effectively having to pay off every year for the fucking Kudus thing so that he can get his hands on the Kudus money and use it. But we're then paying for the Kudus sale for the next 5 years. So every year we've got they run it so bad.
Massive debt.
They run it so bad, honestly.
Do you agree that Sullivan? I think when him and Gold bought when him and Gold bought the club, they paid 50 million, wasn't it, or something like that, or whatever they paid. They've had their money back. And they've never put another pound of their own money in.
They've never put any of their money in. Never. They haven't.
No. And I think what happens is they do these deals with these super agents, your Silkmans and your Salt Houses and whoever else. They've used Willie Mackay for this deal. But I think what happens is they go, right, what's the agent's fee? They go, the agent's fee's 2 million. Right, call it 5 million then. And we'll have a little bust up with the rest of the board. We'll give them 300 grand each, and they'll all be happy. Everyone's had a backhander, and we'll just carry on as normal. We'll lose it on the account statements. No one will be none the wiser. There's got to be something like that going on, because why is it that a team like West Ham, we've moved from Upton Park, they took our home away from us, they've moved us into another stadium with 55,000 capacity, and the team is getting progressively worse. It's not getting better, It's getting worse. And why is it that we've had strikers? How much money did we lose on Felipe Anderson? We paid 50 million and we took 5.
Mate, it's ridiculous. If you go through the list of players that we've lost money on, it's embarrassing. There was a stat that came out. I think once we sold Kudus, he's only the fourth player that we've bought that we've actually made a profit on in 15 years.
Years. How ridiculous is that?
I know.
How ridiculous is that?
I know.
I mean, listen. Let me. I want to give a little bit of praise for one thing. I think a couple of the youth players in this tournament in America have looked good. I think Freddie Potts looked good, and I thought Marshall looked good, and the Brazilian kid who plays on the wing. This is the other thing I can't understand.
He's got to fucking play.
Potter is not.
It's Guillaume's
got Potter is not going to play wingers.
Guillaume's got to play.
Yeah, Guillaume. Yeah, but Potter don't play wingers. He plays wing backs. So when they're saying they're bringing in this what's his fucking name at Chelsea? Sterling.
That's why I'm not buying into him. We ain't fucking buying him. He plays on the wing. We ain't buying him, and he's a right winger as well. It ain't going to happen. It's not.
No, I think they're dropping big names out there just so that people look at it and go like, they've done
it since the beginning of time, haven't they? They have. You know, they do it every fucking year.
Yeah, but they raise the hope of the fan base to the point where you've got people now who sit there and they're going like, oh, we could get this player, we could get that player, and in the end, you don't get anything. How long we've been linked with that Anya Nobber or whatever he's fucking called? We've been linked with him since we've been linked with him since the start of the window. And you know why we don't sign anyone until August? Because Sullivan don't want to pay their fucking wages. He ain't going to want to start giving them $100,000 a week in June when he can start paying them in August. You know that's why we hardly ever get any of the signings that we're supposed to get. And the thing that really pisses me off is we had that Tim Steiden here, and he made a few good signings, but them signings must have been turned around and told, look, this is a stepping stone for you to move on to bigger and better things. Come to West Ham for a year, 18 months, we'll get you sold, they'll make a few quid, you know, you'll go off and be at a club that you want to be at, and everyone's going to be happy. They're treating us like we're absolute fucking mugs.
Yeah, but the thing is,
we get treated like mugs.
But can I fucking say something though? As a collective, I hate to admit it, because this happens every year, and every year we fall for it. As a collective, we are fucking mugs. Because we fall for it. As a collective in the fan base, we are. Because we all fucking fall for it every year, hook, line, and sinker. We're still doing it now. I'm doing this show on this bollocks fucking this bollocks drama that's going on with the goalkeepers at the minute. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Well, what's upsetting, Nick, is you see all these people. You got all these people in your chat and what have you. A lot of these people actually go to the games live. They spend their money over there. Whatever, all that stuff, and they're putting their money in, and they have their hopes and dreams raised, only to get a fucking to get a smack round the face, and none of it ever comes to fruition. Like you said, we get it every year. We could be getting this player. We could be getting that. I think
this is a perfect example of how this comes back and bites you in the arse, because when you link your club and you allow people to peddle stories about Suzuki for 40 million, who he was never going to pay for, and Hermansen, I'll still be amazed if we paid 20 to 30 million for a goalkeeper, right? I'll still be amazed even now. When you do that, and then you go from those two players to a John Victor for 8 million, everyone has a meltdown. Oh, fucking hell. Look, because they wanted the other two. Because you was giving them the razzle-dazzle bollocks, and then when you go to the player that it looks like you probably always wanted, that you was always going to get in, then people don't want him because they see him as a cheap option. So it bites you in the fucking arse.
You know what it's like, Nick? It's like being promised a Ford Sierra and getting a Skoda.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it's like. Like Gambo was just talking about back in the 80s. You remember the old scolders that looked like an upside down bathtub? That's what it's like. That's what it's like. It's like the promises are never ending. Let me ask you something. Do you know what a pessimist is?
Yeah, me.
No, it's an optimist with experience.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think it is. I think it's somebody that's been burnt too often. And I think most West Ham fans should really be pessimists, especially after this last 15 years. You know,
look, you know, how we stand it is beyond me. We stand it every fucking year. Every year there's a renewed optimism come transfer window time. Everyone's going, yeah, we could be doing... I was listening to fucking Russ Budden the other day. He was going, we've been linked to 186 players and 186 players. And you sit there and go, what is the fucking... How can you be linked to that many players? Yeah. Are there that many players in the fucking... you know, you're talking about 10 or 15 clubs worth of players. And you know none of them are coming. And especially the good ones. Look, people, any player, right? Let me ask you this, right? If you was a footballer and you was like a top-class footballer and someone come to you and they went, you can go to West Ham and work for Brady Sullivan, what would your answer be? Mine would be, get fucked, I ain't going there. And I love West Ham. I love West Ham with all my heart and soul. But if someone said to me, you know, this is what we're going to give you, you can go to West Ham and work for Sullivan, I'd go, no. So I'd rather go and play for fucking Newcastle, Sunderland, whoever. Because why would you do it? Why would you sell yourself in that way? Sullivan is ruining this club, and I believe that what will happen is when he does finally fucking park his bike and end up dead, it'll be handed over to his fucking dopey son, and the dopey son will fucking take over and run it just exactly the same as he did.
Yeah, no.
That's my honest belief. I wish we could get, I wish we could get bought out, but then I think the board every bit is complicit.
Do you know how nice it would be? Because, like I said, all this stuff that we're going through at the moment, yeah. So with all the, the stuff that I'm reacting to at the moment, which is all the, it's not so much the ITK stuff. It's how it completely controls the fucking fan base. To not have that anymore, because that will be gone. I'm sure. I don't think there's any other clubs that have got it to the level that we've got it, because boards don't normally leak their day-to-day fucking run-ins of everything that's going on to fucking news sources. That like they don't do it. So I'll be so glad when they do sell up. More reason, because it will clean up a lot. It's going to clean up a lot of West Ham social media as well, and I think it'll be better for the fan. It'll be better for the fan base as well. It really will, honestly.
I know that, but I just don't believe that they will ever sell up. I think the board are every bit as complicit, because you would think people like Krasinski and Trip Smith and that would turn around and say, David Sullivan, come on, you're taking the piss. You are taking the piss with what you're doing. You're running the club as if it's all yours and our money ain't even in it, because that's what is happening. But Krasinski's got like 100 odd million tied up in the club, hasn't he?
Well, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, but he's fucking useless, isn't he? I mean, he's no better. What does he do? He don't do anything, does he?
Yeah, but he ain't doing that at Sparta Prague, is he? He ain't leaking all this information at Sparta Prague to
mate, no one else does that.
People.
No one else does it. It's only us. And because we've got this culture of fucking being given all this information, and we demand it. You literally fucking...
Yeah. I feel sorry for our fans, especially the ones who sit there and gobble it up. I hear them. Oh, X said this, Sean said that. And I sit there and I think to myself, you know what? Listen, I don't mean... I love you all. You're West Ham. But please don't listen to these arseholes. They're just steering you the wrong direction all the time. They're giving you information that you don't... Everyone's got... Since the invention of the internet, people have a thirst for information that they need to know everything right away. It's better not to know nothing. It's better not to know nothing. Then you can't sit there and go, oh, we might be doing this, we might be doing. You can live on. We might be millionaires if we all knew the lottery numbers.
Yeah, I know.
We don't.
I know. But anyway, Jim.
We don't. It's just.
But Jim, it's been lovely
on,
chatting to you,
on.
mate. I'm going to see if I can get someone else on quickly, and I will talk to you soon. It's been a great call as always, mate.
Cheers, mate. Anyway, listen, good luck. Listen, people, please don't listen to these wankers. It'll break your heart over and over again. Nick, good luck. Speak to you soon, mate.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you soon.
Ciao, mate.
Right, before I do take another call, there is something that I do want to show you that I'm quite proud of, and that's our mate Avram. He's not in the chat, I don't think. I haven't seen him, but he went to the club shop today, and he got a new shirt, and he got it printed in the club shop as well. Have a look at that. BS out. 16. So obviously we left Upton Park in 2016, and it's going to be 16 years in January. So what a legend you are, mate, Avram. So that's is it Avram Slipper on thingy, but that is absolutely class. That is. Proud of you, mate. Fucking brilliant. I think everyone should do that. Everyone should do that. If you're going to get I think it looks good as well. It looks good. They can't stop you going in the stadium with that, can they? They can't. I just think it's quite funny that he had it done in the club shop. Right, let's phone a few people back. One moment. Hang on. 1 second. Hang on. Who we got?
Nick, how you doing?
Hello, Marley. You all right, mate?
Yeah, not bad.
Good stuff. What are you making of all this nonsense, mate?
I'm trying to since the I think we was going to speak before the America tour.
Yeah.
Since the Callum Wilson stuff, I've just switched off from all sort of West Ham transfer news, and I've just been focusing on the positives. And David Sullivan, I mean, he's got to be thankful because he's got a gem of a couple of players coming through from 100%. What I can see.
Yeah.
He's got a get out of jail free card with what's coming through the academy at the moment.
For 1 second, for those of you that don't know, before what was the game that the young lad played in? Was it the Man United game?
It was the Man United game.
United
correct.
game. Yeah, it was Marley that phoned me before and told me about Fearon. So it weren't on my radar. So I was literally anticipating Fearon, and I was not disappointed with what I saw. He looks absolutely mustard.
He looks class, man, and his player profile. I mean, between the three of them, like if you think of our future West Ham midfield in a couple of seasons, if it all plans out right, Orford, Potts, and Fearon, like they all complement each other.
Yeah, well, you saw it.
Like
mate.
if they can fulfill their potential and come through, we've literally got basically how they got lucky last time with Declan Rice. We've got three of them.
Yeah. Mate,
with Callum Marshall, with Casey, with Guilherme.
And Guilherme's another one, mate. How much they've got to start playing that lad, haven't they? See, the thing that worries me a little bit about Potter, because I know you're quite confident for the next season, and I'll get that. But what worries me is that where's he going to play though? Where's Guilherme going to play?
Guilherme.
Yeah, well, I just don't know because he doesn't play with wingers.
This is the thing. I mean, from the game against Man United, he obviously came on, and then he came on against, who did we play the second game? Everton. And he looked determined. Like he had that fight. He looked like he wanted to prove something to the fans. Because I could see like last year he was a bit nervous. Yeah. He was very raw, and we still got to remember he is a teenager still, even now.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of 19-year-olds starting week in, week out for Premier League teams. Like you have to be really special. So, but I feel like Potter killed him by not giving him minutes the other night against Bournemouth because, like, I mean, why are you putting Guido on at this point, like in pre-season? Even if Guido has a good game and he's been all right, what can he prove to us? What can he show us? We want to see Guilherme.
We're trying to sell him as well, so we're trying to sell the player. So what's the point in giving him minutes?
They say that, but I mean, I could see Potter keeping him around. Potter's brought him on every game, started him the first game.
We can't sell him. We've tried everything because he's on He's on 100 grand a week. So when those links came out that he was going to Turkish clubs, what that was West Ham's strategy for selling him. They tried every club in Spain, they tried every club in Italy, and then they landed on the Turkish clubs. And I think Besiktas were thinking about it, but then obviously they've gone
I did see that.
Yeah, but then they've gone bollocks as well. So this is the problem that you've got when you go out and you get average players on big wages. Unfortunately, so it's it's the issue you're going to have.
Are we going to have that? Because Nick, I know it killed you not seeing Alvarez, Paquetá, and Kudus in the midfield.
Upset.
Right. So listen to this then: Edson Alvarez, Freddie Potts, and Lucas Paquetá.
Mate, that's the three as far as I'm concerned. That's
it's got to be the three, hasn't it?
That's at the moment. That's definitely the three but it won't be though. It won't be. We know it won't be because James Ward-Prowse he's the only player that started every fucking game in pre-season. He's the most important player in his team. He just is because Potter cares more about ball retention, not so much what you do with it. And and James Ward-Prowse is very good at it. You know, he just holds the ball.
I just think like the way Potts plays, man, it's just like, you know, he's some talent, man.
Yeah,
I didn't see it before. I'll be completely honest with you. I hadn't seen anything of him until that Everton game, where I saw where he started and I could see exactly what he was about.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's a positive player.
Yeah,
in terms of how he wants to get on the ball, and you've got to give him all the confidence, all the game time he can get because. Mate, he looks brilliant, man. I'm not just saying it because he's one of ours. But you
have to set him up for success. I've been saying this for a long time. So I remember when Paul Alford was being brought into games where we were struggling and he was being put in there with fucking James Ward-Prowse and Souček in midfield. Now I am sorry if you put that when Fearon and Potts came on the pitch, if they was put in a midfield four with James Ward-Prowse and Souček, they wouldn't have looked after players. But when you put them in there and you got Paquetá purring the way that he was because he was making it all tick, you set him up for success. You put them in there with good players that will bring them into the game and play football to their level. They'll be brilliant. You have to set them up for success. But the worry is because I think that's half the reason that people have lost heart with Alvarez because Alvarez hasn't got the legs to cope with being in midfield with two other players that ain't got fucking legs. Do you know what I mean? And
we haven't done Alvarez any favours, to be fair to him.
Not at all.
I mean, he looks like. I mean, you got to empower him, man. We've got to get the best out of him because it would be such a shame for another one of these good players to come into our club. We don't really get to see the best of them, and then they go somewhere else. Like, look, Edson Alvarez is a captain for Mexico. He's just won whatever that is, the CONCACAF or whatever it is over there. Look, start him in his position with Paquetá and Freddie Potts.
John,
you can't go
John
wrong with that
Unhappy said
midfield.
as well. A player that we've forgotten as well. Urfi. We've got Urfi as well.
Exactly, George Urfi.
Yeah,
George Urfi. I'll be interested to see how his player profile plays out in the first team. I feel like with Potter's system, we're all, with the attackers, we're only playing with Paquetá. If Paquetá plays in the three, it's Paquetá and then the two up top. So, where does Urfi fit in?
I just think. I mean, the way that I would like to look. I know it's romantic of me to think this way, but let's say we don't bring any more midfielders in. My choice going into this season, because most people are kind of resigned to this being a tough season anyway, where we're just going to kind of, you know, if we stay up, we've done well. So that being the case, we're keeping Paquetá, and we've got twice the Paquetá that we had last season. We've still got Alvarez, which is a massive bonus. One of the reasons I'm quite relaxed. We've got Potts, who's going to come into the first team. But if you've got Alford, Urfi, and Fearon as understudies to those players, I don't think that's that bad. It's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
No, but the issue that you've got is we've got other players that are there that are always going to be ahead in the pecking order, and they are going to block their development. So I don't think we're going to gain anything through playing James Ward-Prowse. Whereas if we played someone like an Alford, or you played a Potts, or you played an Urfi or a Fearon, and you played him into form, do you know like what Potter's done with Diouf to a degree? You know, he had two pretty shit games, but he persisted with him. Whereas Casey had a shit game, never seeing him again. You know, we will do. But what I'm saying is this season he's going out on loan to Swansea. But because we bought him for 20 million, he's had to make that work. So he's put him in the team, he's set him up for success, and finally he got him playing in a way where he could use his weapon, that left foot. So I just feel like you've got more to benefit from doing that with youth players this season. Just fucking develop them, create players.
Yeah. So you would say Potter's he's got to be aggressive. He's got to double down on that and bring these players through and put that as his main focus, man.
100%. That's
developing these players through.
I'll tell you what. If he does that, I'll even put up with a fucking dull football. I will, because at least you're getting something back out of it. What I can't stand is these cart horses that are on the pitch in the mould. And I am sorry, I know there's people that like Souček, but having Souček and James Ward-Prowse in that team, when you've got talent that we saw come on late against Man United with 20 minutes to go, I haven't seen us knock the ball about like that for a long, long time. We were so dynamic. We were so forward thinking. It was brilliant. It was possession-based football, pass and move, but it was going in the right direction. We was trying to get up the fucking pitch. I loved it
completely. That after the Wilson link, I know he's signed now, but at that beginning of that week with Callum Wilson links and then the team he puts out against Man United, it was deflating, man. I can see a lot of positives though with what he's trying to do. I just want him to be a bit more braver, a bit more bolder with it, and just really go for it, because the fans will get behind you if you do this. If you back the young players, give them a chance, lead them in the right way, the fans will get behind you, even if we're not having the best of seasons.
No, 100%.
But I still think there's enough there. There's enough talent there. Bowen's one of the best players in the Prem. Yeah, call me a deluded West Ham fan or whatever, but Bowen can get us 15 to 20 league goals this year. Füllkrug is a German international. Lucas Paquetá, without this grey cloud hanging over his head, is a world-class player still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and the way in which Potter's built this base, this five at the back, I mean, we've got a platform to have a steady season. I hope it all plans out well. He's not dealing with the best.
Do you know what? If I was a betting man, I would bet that James Ward-Prowse and Souček start against Sunderland.
I would. Look, James Ward-Prowse. Look,
I think they'll both start. I think they'll both start, mate. They'll both start.
The way I see James Ward-Prowse at this stage of the game is like, mate, if we're winning 2-0 and there's 70 minutes on the clock, you bring him on to see out the game. Or do you know what I mean? He
hold on
his
to the
days
ball
of
the opposition to tears.
Yeah, but we don't he doesn't need to be starting, man. He doesn't need to be starting.
No.
And even if I wouldn't be adverse to seeing him go for a 4-3-3 and play 4 at the back and get another one of the wingers involved. Because
No. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I fucking hate 5 at the back. I don't like the 3 at the back. I really don't. I don't like the wing back system for West Ham. It doesn't give us enough going forward for me. It's too defensive heavy, and I'm not a fan. But it is what we're going to be doing. It is. So
it's what we're going to be doing, man.
We're just going to have to go with it. But it definitely ain't where I would like us to play. Like I said, I prefer wing play. I prefer Bowen out on the right. I know he's striking up a relationship with Füllkrug, but he's half the player in there. He's brilliant when you play him out wide right. Get Guillaume out on the left. That's what I'd like to see, but I'm not going to. So it is what it is.
I mean, you'll have Bowen on the right, and then I would say Somerville, man. Hypothetically speaking, if he's fit, Somerville on the left, Paquetá as the attacking one of the 3. You got Potts he's like a proper 8, and then you got Edson Alvarez.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep Guido as Edson Alvarez's backup, then fair enough. Souček's a difficult one, man, because
there's an excitable Geordie in the chat who's just shouting. Stop shouting, Paul. He reckons Newcastle are going to win the league, and he says Ben Howe, Isaac is not leaving. I'm sure you can have a good mate. You ain't winning the fucking league though. I like Newcastle, but you ain't going to win the league, mate. Come on.
Just on Newcastle, I think Callum Marshall, Anthony Gordon vibes.
Mate, Craig Bellamy.
The way he was pressing, man.
But Craig Bellamy vibes, which is even better. Look, Anthony Gordon's a great player. But our fucking... Do you know what? He looks irritating as fuck. Like, you imagine being a defender with him. He's snapping, buzzing about all over the place. His pressing was brilliant. Really good.
And I could like some of the pressing. I know it's just a preseason game and whatnot, but like he can make something out of nothing. A ball that you think's dead, he chases that down, puts a little bit of pressure on someone. They hoof it up, and then we turn over the ball. Like I feel like I'm really excited for Callum Marshall.
Yeah,
really excited.
He's at it again, Paul. Callum Wilson is always injured. He will always be out all season. We know, Paul. We didn't want him. We didn't fucking want him. We know. He's really got the.
I thought the Wilson thing was a wind up, man. It actually happened.
I know. Take your caps lock off. Yeah, no, but that one for me because I was due to be doing a show on that. What did they have to fucking release? Why did we have to sign Wilson on a Saturday and fuck everyone's weekend up? Couldn't they have left that till Monday? They didn't have to do it on Saturday, did they? They could have just left it till Monday morning. Monday's a shit anyway. They could have just left it until Monday morning and let everyone have a nice weekend.
It's the way that they put it out, like to test our temperatures, to see what their reaction is, see what our reaction will be.
I know.
And I feel like I was just thinking, do you know what? I reckon if they got rid of one of the midfielders or Emerson, I reckon we would have signed Josh Brownell, you know.
Mate,
I reckon they had that. I reckon they had that agreed.
I'm telling you now, right? If we go out and we pay 30 million for a fucking goalkeeper, because I ain't down for this. I really ain't. I would be if we had a bottomless pit of money. Fine, go out, spend 30 million on a goalkeeper. But for fuck's sake, we haven't got. We do need another midfielder. If we're going to spend 30 million anywhere, I would buy another midfielder. I would. Genuinely, you know, like some of the players that we've been linked with, we're never going to get him. Like the Leverkusen player Palacios, Ezequiel Palacios. I mean, he would be like literally different class. Or if we went out and we got an Onyedika, or just someone like a powerhouse box to box, just to give us something different in midfield as well. That's where we should be spending money.
We're not that far off.
We're not, but I would add one more player. I would. Because I do think that the one thing that you don't have in certain games, the one thing that we don't have is bags of pace and power. And I think in some games you do need that. You need a bit of a battering ram in midfield, and I don't think we've got that really.
Like a Joe Linton,
someone like that, big powerhouse, big, strong, quick. Can get up and down. Do you know there is someone that Russ? A lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one. But I actually agree with Russ. I think he'd be fucking brilliant for us, and that would be Gallagher, who's the Chelsea player who's gone to Atletico. I think he honestly just runs his arse off. That player. He's quick, he's dynamic, good technical player, plays forward as well, can score a goal. That would be a good way to spend 30 million for me. I think that would really sort of give our midfield something a little bit different. Because if you've seen Everton have gone out and bought the is it Dewsbury Hall from Chelsea, 28 million they've paid for him. So I do. That's the type of player that I think that we need. Boundless energy.
I'm just seeing Everton right now, and I'm just seeing Moyes, and they're suffering, and I'm just like, ha ha ha. Here we go,
mate. Wasn't it a reminder?
Good luck with that Moyes thing, man. Yeah, you had your little 6-month honeymoon period. He kept you in the league. But now we'll start to see the real Moyes, man. Because
100%. I think we will. Look,
I'm not going to let him get away with what he got away with our team, man.
And this is nothing to do with Everton either, because one thing that I've never had anything against Everton anyway, but I've grown quite fond of them because whenever we get Everton fans, I must admit in the community they're always good people, always. So it ain't nothing personal. I just can't stand your fucking manager. I can't stand him.
I second that.
Yeah, can't stand him. So
I wouldn't mind seeing them go down with him at the helm.
Yeah,
like you said, nothing against Everton.
Before we got to that point,
nothing against Everton, but
it's
a David Moyes thing, man.
Yeah. How long do you give Wilson before he gets injured? Do you reckon? Would you reckon?
He's
2 games?
probably
3
gonna.
games?
I don't even know. I don't even know how they ended up on that one, man. It's just silly, man. But you got to remember, we're the same club. Like I remember we signed flipping Pablo Zabaleta and Patrice Evra.
Zabaleta was all right though. I like Zabaleta.
Yeah,
he was good.
Yeah, we need to be moving forward, not flipping sideways and backwards. I mean, what does Callum like? You go from bidding. Apparently, you lot bid for John Duran in January.
Russie
where's that money gone?
Russie B's just texted me and said, "Did I just hear you agree with me?" yes, Russ, you did. Yes, Russ. Bastard. But yeah, so no, I don't know, mate. I'd like to say I'm looking forward to the season. I'm not. What I'm happy. Do you know what I'm happy with? Do you know why I'm relaxed? Because I'm still not convinced with Potter. So the one thing that I wanted from this window was for the squad to not be decimated, for us to still have a lot of our players here. And to be honest, I think we're in a much better position than what I thought we was going to be in, because we're also seeing these youth players coming through as well. So you know what? I'm relaxed, because although I'm not looking forward to it under Potter, and I'm not actually expecting him to do very well, if it don't go well, I still think we're all right, because I'm thinking about the future of West Ham. And the future of West Ham is the players, first and foremost. And I'm comfortable with the players that we've got. Even, do you know what?
Yeah.
Fair play to him. Diouf looks like a decent addition as well.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He does.
I mean, it's something different to what I'm still hopeful for Skulls. He can't defend. My son, because I never watched that game against Bournemouth, and my son said he was good going forward, Dad. He said he whipped in 2 absolutely blinding crosses, but he got done about 6 times. He said he can't defend. Diouf, yeah.
That's yeah. So I don't know how true that is, but that's what he said. He said he got absolutely skinned alive on that side quite a few times.
But that's the interesting thing with Potter's system, because he's got covered back there with Aguerd and whoever plays on the left centre back. So that's the good thing. Basaka, I didn't watch the full Bournemouth game, but Basaka looked a bit shaky. They looked like they were targeting him.
I didn't watch it, mate. I didn't watch it, so I'm not too sure.
Fair play.
But anyway, mate, it's been lovely talking to you as always. Oh, before you go, do you have an opinion on the goalkeepers? Or not really?
I mean, I like Areola. I mean, he's having a crisis of confidence. I didn't think replacing Areola was like a massive priority. Yeah. Obviously, long term, if Hermansen, but I'm just not with this whole thing about buying relegated play like these relegated guys, man. No. If I'm being honest with you, so I mean, I was just like, mate,
we was linked with Fernandez.
Ramsdale.
What was it? One of these stories I saw, right? Now, look, Fernandez from Southampton, in addition to what we've got, I'll be all over. Fine. Decent player. But he was a sole creator. So they were talking about selling Paquetá, and then with the Paquetá money, buying Fernandez. Fernandez was a sole creator for the team that went down in almost record fashion. They did. So maybe in addition to a Paquetá, it'd be good, you know?
Yeah. But not to replace him.
No, it ain't a replacement.
Yeah, but back on the goalkeepers, I think Zion Suzuki, I don't know anything about him. So that would just be like a shot in the dark. And then this guy from Botafogo, I had a quick look at him, but he hasn't been, he's 29. He's 29, but he hasn't been he seems like he's a second choice goalkeeper. He was
a second choice goalkeeper up until I think 2 years ago, and he's gone on to be a fucking revelation. So I backed him before I even sort of heard anything about him and done a bit of research. Mate, he helped Botafogo win the league first time in 20 years. He had something stupid like 13 clean sheets in like 20 odd games or something like that. Ridiculous. Anyone that's talking about this goalkeeper, they said he is the best goalkeeper in that league at the moment. He's literally a fucking absolute. He's massive, 6'6", but his reflexes, he gets down really well. Amazing shot stopper, every bit as good as Areola, but he commands his box. He's really vocal, and he's great at one-on-ones. Comes out, his timing's perfect as well. Great long-range passing as well. So for me, the more I looked into it was Tim Vickery on TalkSport was waxing lyrical about him. I was getting excited with this deal. I'm actually quite fucked off now. But it is what it is.
Look, if they go and put the money and buy another top class 8, keep Paquetá, happy days. If that's the way it turns out, happy days.
Yeah, they've got to keep Paquetá. I mean, if that happens, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I mean, fuck that. Because what would this team be without him? Really, as far as I'm concerned, not much. Not really.
Not much. No,
it wouldn't be.
No, He changes the dynamic for us a lot, and that's what I'm saying. Look, let's see what Potter does. No Guido, no Souček, no Ward-Prowse when we play Lille next week, and I'll be right behind the boys for the Premier League opener. But if I start seeing Souček, Ward-Prowse, mate, I'm just same old, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to lose the will. I'm going to lose the will, man.
That's my fear. Because ultimately, you're never ever going to get away from the fact that Potter is a pragmatic manager. He really is. I think he's proved that he can. Do you know something? And I said this on one of the shows before. The annoying thing is he's clearly got the ability to coach the style of football that we would like to play, because we saw it in the second half against Man United. But it all comes down to a mentality, a mentality of a manager. See, I think you're a bit of a walking contradiction. How many other managers are there that coach a passing game, but they're not attacking? It's like you coach a passing game to be defensive. It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. And that is him. I know a lot of people are expecting it to be free-flowing next year. It ain't going to be. That's not potable.
No.
It really ain't. It's not what he does.
It's all about control and
it's
being pragmatic, like you were saying. Yeah. Literally.
So we'll see.
Well,
I hope he proves me wrong, because we don't want to have to go through the same fucking rigmarole of trying to find of trying to find another new manager, because they'll only go and employ. They'll employ another wanker anyway. I mean, we went from Moyes to Lopetegui to him, so I don't really want to know what they'll do on the next one. Probably be Dyche. It will be Dyche, I reckon.
Not with what we've got coming through the academy, man. Let's leave it on a positive note.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Let's see how it goes, and I'll keep tuning in. And thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Lovely talking to you as always.
Come on, you irons.
Cheers, mate.
Soon.
Ta-da. Great call. All good calls tonight. Right. Let's. Oh look. Let's see if he's about now. 1 minute. He might be. He might not be. He's not. He's unavailable. He's probably got a fare in his car. Right. What we got here? Have we got any others? I'll tell you what. Come on, don't be shy. Is he going to pick up? No. Right. I just thought I'd phone Russie B. I was going to ask him if he was safe and well. That's what I was going to do. Right, hang on a minute. Right, let's try one more call. Shall I get Gary on? Let's try and get Gary on. Hang on. Rumford. I literally call him Gary Rumford. Hang on, people. This is good telly, isn't it? I'm getting tired now, that's why. Gary Rumford. Oh, here we go. Big Phil, you saved me.
I know, that's what I was doing.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. How are you? I ain't spoke to you for a while.
For ages, have we?
How you doing?
No. I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I've calmed down a little bit now, really. It's just, do you know what I'd like to? Do you know I'd like to just fucking turn off from it all until we kick off on the and just go sleep for about a week.
I know you feel. Do you know what though? To be honest with you, I'm feeling a lot more positive about it all.
About West Ham
recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we've had a bit. We've got Potter and this and that, and
yeah.
All the rest of it, and I mean, I don't like that Ward-Prowse. He drives me around the bend, so I'm not going to even go down that route with him. I just don't even see why he's even picked in the side. But that's by to buy, right? But that Potts, he's good, isn't he? Let's be honest. For a young kid, I was watching him play a bit of games of Pompey. They absolutely.
Oh, did you really? You watched him? You watched him at Portsmouth as well?
Yeah.
Well, do you know?
Absolutely raved about him.
Do you know what? And I've seen a lot of people say this as well, and it actually pisses me off a little bit because there's sort of you got West Ham fans digging out other West Ham fans because we're getting overexcited about Potts. Of course, we're getting overexcited about Potts, and yes, we know he isn't fucking. He's not the finished article yet. But what he brings to the team is something that this team needs. Do you know what? He brings a bit of West Ham to the team as well, and I think that means a lot. We've got, you do need someone. He's from a West Ham family. He's come through the academy. He's a West Ham fan, and he's a fucking good player. So I'm over the moon that he's part of this team, and I don't really want him to not be in the team. To be honest, I'm sure there's better players out there, but that ain't one that I want improved upon. To be honest, I'd rather us develop him.
To me, Nick, like he's the sort of guy, right, that's like a sponge. He seems to be learning every single second of every day. Every time he plays, he seems to be learning.
Yeah.
You got Paquetá right with him. He's going to learn so much of him. Just his positional play, just the way his radar is going to improve. But he just looks good to me.
Well,
I don't want to blow
what's
him
encouraging
out to like be whatever.
But what's encouraging, Phil?
Right.
What's encouraging is that I do believe that Lucas Paquetá is one of those players that operates mentally on a bit of a different plane to a lot of players. But do you know what? Freddie Potts was bang on his wavelength when we saw him against, when he came on against Man United. The way they was knocking the ball about, they was all on the same wavelength, all of them.
That's what I thought when I watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just want to calm yourself a bit. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to put too much emphasis on him because he's only a youngster.
Yeah.
But when you start listening to the lads that I know from Portsmouth, they absolutely were raving. They said, "How the hell did you find him?"
Yeah.
So, and these are proper, like most of us are, real football fans. I mean, Pompey have got a pretty good sort of background that they have been football supporters. And,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not the greatest lover of them, but, but they do seem to know their football.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And they were saying, like, they're the best they've seen in that club.
But I think
that is really strong, isn't it? That's a real strong statement.
I think it shows a real good... it shows his character, though, because obviously, look, when he goes to Portsmouth, it's probably to a degree, sometimes it might be, because what you do hear a lot of these youth academy players that are playing in Premier League teams, a lot of them don't even want to go out on loan. They're like, oh, no, I'm in the West Ham setup. They don't want to go and play in the lower leagues. But this kid's just done everything, and he's taken every challenge that's been thrown at him really seriously, and he's dominated. So, when he was at Wickham, he got Player of the Year. Same sort of thing there. Went to Portsmouth, got Player of the Year.
He's about Wickham actually.
Yeah, so he's absolutely got to be given a chance, because if he ain't given a chance and a run in this team, then what's the fucking point? What's the point? What's the point in the academy?
I think he will, though. I do actually think. I know everyone's been digging out Potter and all this, but I do actually think I've changed my opinion a little bit on him.
Yeah.
I do actually think he will give youth. I know he said that he would, and we haven't seen it. So it gives you that sort of doubt. But I do think he will give youth a chance. I do.
I hope he does.
Now, I'm hoping I'm right.
We were told we get told different things from Brighton fans. So he does use youth players in, I suppose, dead rubber games to a degree. He will use them, but according to Brighton fans, he will always favour experience. So I don't know. Again, for me, it's all down to him to prove to us, because, like I said, for me, ain't nothing personal with me. With Potter, it's not. What I've seen of him so far, competitively, I don't like. Don't like his style of football. Don't like the way he managed games. Really, not. I don't like his team selections. But that can all change if he changes that and he starts to integrate youth and the football starts to improve a little bit. Even if the results ain't completely there, providing I'm enjoying football, I'm more of an entertainment man. I like to enjoy watching a game of fucking football. I really do. So if I can have some of that.
West Ham way, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go again. What's the West Ham way?
Just enjoying watching your team play.
Yeah, watching football.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that's the West Ham way. It's quite simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So,
know, they're fucking driving around the bend. What is the West Ham way? It's quite simple. We've always watched attractive football.
yeah.
Right? Ron Greenwood said it from all those years ago, didn't he? People go to watch football to be entertained.
Yeah. We win fuck all.
Quite
So
simple.
the very least that we deserve is to enjoy watching our team have a go. That's it.
Well, see in there. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what we are. We go to football to watch, to be entertained.
Yeah.
We've always had flary players. Always.
Yeah.
One or two. You go back to Devonshire's, you go back to, you know, flipping DiCanio's, the lunatic that he was, but he was just that type of, that maverick, isn't it? We've always had a maverick.
Yeah, always. Well, the thing is, I think the Premier League as a whole, I think that's changed a little bit. If you go back to conversation we was having at the weekend, well, I think it was John. John said every team used to have a maverick in the Premier League. There was always one. Yeah. Even if you remember, Bolton had like JJ Okocha. Every team had a maverick, but now with this new kind of football fan that we've got now. They look at certain players. They'll look at a Paquetá and they'll go, "Oh, he loses the ball too much. He's a liability." They'll look at an Alvarez and they'll go, "Oh no, he gets too many yellow cards. He's a liability. You can't have that." You know, you boring bastards. Honestly, what are you watching for? I love the creative mavericks, and I love aggressive, dirty bastards as well, especially when they're on your team.
I like someone to put a fucking boot in.
Yeah. So I don't really get it.
You need it, don't you?
Yeah, you do. It's all entertainment.
So this goalkeeper thing, right, Nick? This is something I was going to ask you actually.
Go on.
Now I was thinking about two different ways of looking at this.
Go on.
Because I've just come back from the golf club, had a chat with some lads and all the rest of it, and someone brought something up, and I never really thought about it. Is this Japanese fella? What's his name?
Suzuki.
The goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's he at? I don't know what club he's at. Where
he's at Parma in Italy, yeah.
But this bloke was saying it's a no-brainer. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, commercially." He says, "You're getting the money back on him in an heartbeat." He says, the amount of bloody Japanese supporters that are out there. And
he's a big star.
It's a bit like a David Beckham thing, isn't it? When David Beckham got sold to Real Madrid and everyone said, "Oh, what a load of bollocks that is," he paid his fee back in about the first week.
In shirt sales, I know. Yeah, I know. But it's I don't know. It'd have to be some star to sell them fucking shirts. I've got to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of them shirts. But no, you're right. Commercially, it would definitely make sense. And apparently, well, it's not. You would imagine any businessman would want to crack that market as well. And he is a big star out there, so it would make sense. But at the same time, 40 million. Fuck for me, fuck the commercial side of it. I'm more interested in what we've got to spend now. From what we're told, we haven't got a lot of money. I think there is a little pot of money there, but what I was starting to convince myself was after the news broke that we're going to be signing that Victor for 8 million, or John, we was going to be signing him for 8 million. I thought, well, what they're going to do now is there'll be a bit of money left over. And they'll go out and splurge on a new central midfielder, which is, I think, what we need. And because they ain't going to spend 20, 30 million on a goalkeeper and then go out and spend 20, 30 million on a midfielder. It just ain't going to happen. And I'm with Marley, what he said earlier. Look, I know Ariola's didn't have the best season, but he's not shit. He ain't a shit keeper. So to go out and get someone like that in as well.
It's just he gets caught on the book. The problem with him is, isn't he? He gets caught in two minds on the ball. He's too slow to make a decision with the ball at his feet. He needs to get out of that. He needs to
he can't.
Somehow, confidence,
he can't. That's not his style. He's a goalkeeper, Phil. He's an old-fashioned goalkeeper that is a goalkeeper. That's it. And the trouble is this modern style of football. I mean, what if this Hermansen comes in? I mean, I've seen people talk about the mistakes that this guy made. I've seen a show reel of Hermansen playing for Leicester where they're trying to play it from the back, and what they do is they do what's called bait in the press. So what you do is you knock the ball about really deep. to try and encourage you. You're baiting the opposition to sort of come onto you, so that they create space behind them, and then you can put a pass in. You can build from the back. Mate, the amount of fuck ups. I don't want to see us playing like that. But then, if that's how we're going to play, if that's how we're going to play.
Yeah, I don't know. It's for me, just get rid of the bloody thing, innit? Our goalkeepers is to stop bloody goals going in. All this fucking, they're not. Anyway, I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, the modern football is a bit shit in my view. Anyway, to be honest with you, it's a bit boring. It's Pep, isn't it?
Talking Hammer says, "Are you blind? He doesn't suit Potter's system." Please tell me what Potter's system is.
That's a bit confusing and all, isn't it?
It's a bit. Yeah, it's what I mean. Please tell me. Not from what you've seen pre-season, from what you saw at the tail end. Please tell me. Tell me what Potter's system is, mate. Because if it is just holding the ball at the back in the defensive third area, then if he doesn't get that keeper that enables him to do that, then it's not going to piss on my chips, to be honest.
But I'll tell you what is good to see, actually, Nick, bit of positive before we leave you, is they look happy, don't they, in the camp?
They do, mate. They really do.
They do, don't they? They're having a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke, having a bit of a dance, and we've got a Gerd apparently back on new number, so he ain't going. Well, you would think he ain't going nowhere, is he? He's just changed his number to 5.
Yeah, so he was a player that was dead set on going as well. So Aguero was dead set on leaving.
He's done something there, hasn't he?
No, he has round. Absolutely. So look, credit where it's due. So we've gone from that I will 100% give him credit for, because he's definitely created a good environment this summer, and it looks like that trip that we've had to the US, where he's brought in some of the youth players, brought in all that enthusiasm. He's used them as well, given them a chance. It does look like that side of it at the moment, but then again, if you go back to last summer, we was getting similar vibes then. It's a West Ham media machine. We was getting similar vibes, we was all excited then. Do you remember Lopetegui meeting little young George Murphy after training with Mark Noble and Tim Stighton? They was all sitting there having their little press conferences, and but then again, I think
but I'm just looking at the players themselves. I mean, they're having a bit of a crack, aren't they? They're having a bit of a laugh. And
they do look happy. They do look happy.
Got a bloody complete cloud lifted off him, and you can tell straight away.
Yeah, it's good to see, isn't it?
Whether he stays, whether he goes, whatever happens, at least he's got. You can just see it in him, isn't he? I mean, he's going to be. I predict. I mean, what do I know? But I think he's going to have some season next year. I reckon we'll have him for a year and he'll go. And I think this is only my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I think he's given us a year to say thank you, because we have supported him. The club, as much as we hate and have a go at the ownership, and I think we have done pretty well by him, stick by him.
No,
and I think
he said that. He said that as well. Because even on his social media, his wife's come out and said, "We love you, West Ham." So I do think, and it isn't just the club, the fans have backed him as well. On the whole, the fans have stuck by him. We've been singing his name throughout the whole thing. I know there's been some people that have been criticising him, but yeah, no, I'm he's no fucking, what do you call it? He's no Kudus. If he was to leave, he wouldn't be going to Tottenham. I think he gets West Ham. I think he does.
Yeah, I do. No, I think he respects the club, respects the fans a lot, and he will give us a year and say, "This is what I'm gonna try and give you this year." But he's gonna move on. I don't blame him either. I mean, after all the crap and shit that's been happening.
Yeah.
He's got to look after himself, isn't he? He's got to look after his family. He's got to get the right deals for himself.
No, I think, mate, look, he does deserve to. He does deserve to be playing at the very top, doesn't he? I think he does. So
but I think he's one. I mean, I rave about him. I mean, people try and put him down and all the rest of it, but you look at it, the way he just moves, he just glides around, doesn't he? He's like a fucking just. I think he's like, to have him with us and give those youngsters a bit of breathing space as well, and be able to teach him how to play top level pro football and the way that he can play. That's why I think that Potts. Honestly, I just think I watched that Potts a few times. And like I was saying before, he's just got something. There's something there,
mate. He's going to get
he's
better.
Got that X factor.
He's going to get better and better and better. He really is. So for people that are out there sort of saying, you know, almost taking the piss to a degree, you know, out of West Ham fans that are getting overexcited. Fucking right, we're getting overexcited. We are. And do you know what? I ain't comparing him to Declan Rice because he's nothing like Declan Rice. He's Freddie Potts. He's a different type of player. And I think I think that Declan Rice had to learn to be a midfielder. He had to learn more of that. He's always had the big sort of physicality.
He's more of a natural midfielder than Rice.
Yeah,
he's more natural,
much more natural, much more technical. You know, he hasn't got the same sort of physicality as Rice, but I think he's different. That's what I mean. He's a different player. Reads the game just as well. So I think he's going to be fine, mate. I think he'll be more than fine for us.
You know, my comparison to him, and I got told to shut up, and he's nothing like him. But I don't know so much. You know, he's one of my favourites anyway. But he seems to have the balance of both feet like a Carrick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seems to have that balance, that just God-given talent of just being able to have total control over his own body. Do you know what I mean? When he's moving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think it's not just him. This is what we've taken from pre-season. We know we've seen Murphy already. It's a shame we didn't see him in America, but we've seen Murphy already. We've now Fearon's on the scene, and there's no rumor or talk of him going out on loan. So he's going to be there or thereabouts. So you got Fearon, you got Murphy, we've got Callum Marshall. You know, we've got Alford as well because I don't think Alford's going out on loan. He's a bloody good player. But anyway, Phil, I'm going to let you go, mate. It's been lovely talking to you.
And you, mate.
All right, and I will speak to you soon.
I won't leave it so long next time.
No, definitely don't. Well, the phone-ins will be back more regularly soon anyway because obviously it's season starting.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Right, yo. Have a good one.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
Right.
Right, let's give Ryan a call. And make that the last one. I'm getting tired. He's just woke up, Ryan. You're not Ryan, are you? You're Kingy. There you are. Oh. Is that working?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Good morning. Wherever you are in the world. You? I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. I'm actually buzzing. I've just woke up, so just bear with me a little bit, but I'm just having a little bit of coffee. I'm excited.
You excited for the
season?
season?
I never thought I'd be saying it. I am. I'm excited to wake up at 1 a.m. every morning. I thought I'd get that one in just for John, because I know he's listening. And I know he's probably pounding the ranks. But I'm excited, mate. I wasn't too excited.
Or he's pounding in the ranks. Fake taxi.
Yeah. Virgil's rank. What is it? Rank on the taxi or something?
Yeah.
He needs to bring them shows back. Needs to bring them shows back. That was good. Like them. Look, after last season, very, very down on it. Potter, I couldn't understand what he was doing. Didn't know where he was going with it. I'm still not 100% sure, but I can see inklings of it. Like using Fulkrug and Bowen up top, I think they're too far apart. I know what he's trying to do with it because I've played it myself and I've seen other teams play it. But I find it they need to be near each other. I don't think they get close enough from what I'm first seeing. Fulkrug is someone who's going to bring the ball down into play. Bowen needs to be closer to him. Yeah. And if you're going to play that up top, you can't be too far apart. I think Malik Diouf, he's going to be a revelation, mate. I think he's class. The crosses that he can put in, I think Bowen was that a ball actually hit him where it was meant to hit him the other day. That's why he fucked it up.
The crosses are fucking ridiculous. Those two that he put in. I mean, there's hardly any backlift there, and a whip he gets on them as well is fucking ridiculous.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I think Bowen was just taken by surprise by it.
Yeah.
I was getting a bit worried, and I think you made a really good point in a few of your shows now, where it's like, is he going to be able to actually get past anyone? And I was getting a bit worried about that. He started doing that against Everton, which I liked, and he was managing to get his crosses in. So I think that's going to be a massive point of our Arsenal this year, to actually get goals. So I think if we can get him and Wan-Bissaka firing that'd be good. Sorry, I've just woken up, all right?
Yeah.
And then put on your show. So I'm just trying to think. But yeah, I think if you can get Wan-Bissaka and Juve doing what they do best, I think we've got a chance this year. But we do need a few recruitments. I still think we need a goalkeeper. Yeah. Areola is fucking awful at the moment. And he's only getting worse. I'd actually prefer to have kept Fabianski, I'm being honest, and actually got someone in to challenge him. I think he would have been better at someone being up his arse. I don't think Riola will be.
Well, you don't think he's got that sort of confidence and that drive?
No, I don't. No. Because when Fabianski was in the team, Areola, it didn't seem that he was...
He done well in Europe for us, didn't he? Fucking hell.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about Areola. Areola, when he was number 2, he was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, in the first season when he was first signed.
No, but like, if you go back to our European runs, because he was a goalkeeper in the European runs, more or less, and he was phenomenal. I think, you know, if you go back to the first,
but when he lost his place, Fabianski in the Prem.
Yeah. I think he's a good player, and if you go back 2 years, look, he ain't suited to this style. He's not. He ain't a shit keeper. I'm not having that. He isn't suited to what Potter wants to do with him. You know,
no, but he's got worse, Nick.
Yeah, but you will, mate.
Definitely.
If what you're doing is if you know that you ain't suited to the way that your manager wants you to play, and you know that you're liable to make a fuck up, it's going to make you nervous. It is. He can't play that fucking the way he wants him to play. He ain't shit. He's not. You know.
No, I didn't say it. He's just worrying me at the moment.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on that. Anyway, I think Mavropanos is actually our best centre back in this Potter system as well.
Always said he was good.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, he's actually impressed me, to be fair.
And do you know Aguirre's looking better and better as well. He's looking quite sharp, isn't he?
Yeah, I like the way he brings the ball out. He's looking for that diagonal every time. So yeah, I think after the last 2 games, Man United and Everton much better. 10 minutes, I was like, fucking hell. And I was saying to a couple of my mates, I said, if we start like the Premier League, we'll get rinsed a little bit, especially against a better opposition than Everton, because they're really struggling up top as well at the moment.
Yeah.
But if we can carry on the 75 minutes that we played after that, I think we'd be all right. But yeah, I definitely grown compared to what it was at the end of last season. We always get this.
I need to see proof. I'm proceeding with caution. So I said earlier on, I'll tell you what, I was shitting myself.
Like you.
No, but I was shitting myself, Ryan, coming into this window, because I was terrified that we was going to be decimating this squad, completely ripping it up and going out and sort of downgrading it, getting different types of players in all over the place. But we haven't done that. You know, we've kept the core of our players, and we've got these young players that have come in as well. We've added a good player in Diouf as well. We've had Aguirre come back, and he's staying. So, like I said earlier on, I'm relaxed and I'm comfortable, because even if it don't go well with Potter, I'm not really that fucked. Because the most important thing is the players. If we've got the players, the core of the players, Ed, and there's enough there for another manager to come in afterwards. Because I'm not going to pretend that I'm buying into him yet, because I'm not. He's got his chance to win me over.
I'm exactly the same, to be fair.
Yeah,
I'm exactly the same, but I just can't be. Otherwise, if I'm unhappy and downbeat before the season's even started, I'm like, well, what's the fucking point? So, because otherwise it's just years of not getting excited for West Ham, and otherwise there's no point in supporting them. But I think there's and as I said earlier, the Potts thing, he needs to start. I want him in there. I want him there over Souček all day long as well. I do want someone better next to him other than Ward-Prowse, because I think Ward-Prowse he's just like a little bumblebee that don't do a lot. You know what I mean? Like a wasp will sting you, but a bumblebee won't.
I know. Just very quickly, Mickey Smith just popped up in the chat. He's in Fuerteventura at the moment, celebrating his birthday. So happy birthday, Mickey.
How old is he? 50?
He's 50. He's 50th this year.
50?
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
It's the big 5-0.
He should have gone Benetton.
Yeah.
Should have gone Benetton. Would have loved it. Would have fitted right in as well.
Yeah, he would have, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mickey, mate.
Happy birthday.
But yeah, I've seen all the shows. I've been watching from afar, and it's good. And like you're giving some good points. But I think coming towards that season now, are you any more optimistic or not? Really?
No, not at all. Not for the foot. Not for the. I'm not. No, I still think that we're. No, if I'm being honest with you,
relegation bound.
No, I don't think. I don't think we are, because I don't think Potter will get the chance. I think if he, I think if it goes badly, it'll go badly with him, because that's what I believe. But that doesn't mean that I think we're going to have a bad season, because I don't think he'll get much time. So if he does well, then we could crack on, and this all clicks, and he proves me wrong, which is what I fucking want him to do. I want to see something that I'm not seeing. So if he proves me wrong and it goes well, great. You know, that's brilliant. But if it goes the way that I honestly expect it to go, I don't think he's going to be here very long. Personally,
do you think Souček will go as well? Like he's not really featured heaps like he would like to. Like, I know that he's someone that likes to play football. Do you think if Everton do,
I think he
goes?
No, I think he starts against Sunderland.
No. Oh, I fucking hope not. That will take my optimism down a little bit.
I think. I'm not.
Because it slows the whole game down.
I mean, it won't be Guido, James Ward-Prowse and Souček. I think it'll be Paquetá, James Ward-Prowse and Souček. And then Paquetá will have a bit more of a shitty game, because he'll struggle with them two in midfield, and everyone will be calling Paquetá shit. Because no one ever calls James Ward-Prowse and Souček shit. They always get a free pass. It's always well, I do, but it's always whoever's in there with them. You know that it's always them. You know, it can't possibly be fucking James Ward-Prowse or Souček, can it? The only consistent in our midfield, which has been the worst midfield I've seen for fucking as almost ever as a West Ham fan, has been them two. It's been them two.
Yeah.
I just want them gone. Honestly.
They're an engine room without an engine.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, look, if we were to keep Souček as a weapon off the bench, I'd be happy.
Oh, same. 20 minutes, I'll take it all day long.
Yeah.
All day long, I'll take it. But I'm not having
to
start in that team, because he's fine. We're talking about passing and going quickly now, right? In the midfield. That geezer, the only thing he does quickly in the midfield is passes it to the other team. So that is not gonna help our situation in the midfield. He's like Bambi on ice in that center of the pitch. Put him in both boxes, he's lethal. In the middle of the pitch, he cannot pass that ball.
Mate, so it's
every day.
And sort of going back to that show where you know, did you see the show that I did where I broke down what pot of ball is for me?
More than likely.
Yeah. So, but for me, I still can't wrap my head around. I know why he puts him in there, because as I said in that show, he does hold the ball an awful lot in our own half. That is potable. It's control. And I've said, people keep on referring to these individual mistakes. We've got to cut these individual mistakes out. And what I said in that show, which is true, if a player has a 90% pass success rate in a game, they've had a fucking good game. They have. If they've had a 90% pass success rate, they've played well. So if you take it on a basis that 10% of 500 or 600 passes are going to go astray in a game. That's 50 or 60 passes you're going to lose them. And if you're holding the ball in defensive areas, it stands to reason that a few of them are going to lead to goal scoring opportunities for fucking the opposition, aren't they? Because of where you're going to be losing the ball.
Yeah.
So to have a Sussex in there who is an obvious weak point is mental. But I do understand it, because the trouble is technical players are not always, apart from the very top technical players that are as good out of possession as they are in. You know, Arsenal, Man City, they've got them players. Whereas with us, we can only have specialists. You've got James Ward-Prowse, he's good on the ball or shit off of it. You've got players like that. And I think that's why he puts in a bit of a mix, because he knows that we're going to lose the ball. So he has to have people that are going to be able to recover. But they're also the reason that you're fucking losing the ball in the first place.
James Ward-Prowse and Sussex, basically, their touch is terrible because their first touch is so bad. So when you're in tight spaces where they're picking the ball up, whenever they touch that ball, it goes nearer to the opposition for them to have to fly in for attack. So that's either a free kick given away or they've lost the ball. So having them two in that centre of midfield, you can't do that. Not with the way we play football.
And Trudge said there,
going to be up high.
Trudge said there, Sussex often only makes 5 to 9 passes in some games, and even he only fucking completes 50% of them. He does. Do you know what I mean?
That's true, though. It's true.
I know.
Like, as long as the ball's out wide, we're all right. If it's in the middle, we're fucked. Simple as that.
And the other thing I said as well, because what I've observed from Potter and what I've seen of him, and the reason I think he favours, rather than the players that we saw in the last 20 minutes against Man United, who came on, they were forward-thinking, progressive players. He likes his midfielders to be blockers first and foremost. So not having progressive players through the middle is what he wants, and that's why we play those long diagonals. Because if our method of attack is long ball, bypassing the midfield out to a Wan-Bissaka or a Diouf, if they lose their one-on-one, then it doesn't really matter, because your midfield set and you've got 2 banks of fucking free to protect you. If you play through the middle and your midfielders are running up, that is why he likes boring bastards in midfield. I'm telling you, that is what it is.
If you're neat on the ball, which we saw in the last 20 minutes of that Man United game, if you're neat on the ball, you don't lose the ball in midfield.
Mate, and how many goalkeeping errors and defensive errors did we have in the last 20 minutes of that game?
Mate, I'd say very little.
0.
Exactly. Yeah, because we actually looked after the ball, and that's what it's all about in midfield. And what I don't understand is, with the academy players that came on in that time, so Preston Fear and Potsy was on, did Orford come on for that? I think there was 3 of them on there. Anyway, are they getting taught something fucking different down there? Because every time they got the ball, they wanted to go forward.
Yeah.
Whereas whenever our first team get it, we look to go backwards.
Yeah. I know.
So that's what made us look exciting, is the fact we were going forward. And that's what I liked about Potts. Every time he gets the ball, he checks his shoulder and he goes forward. He looks for that forward pass every time. That's the exciting thing about all these youngsters coming through, is that they want to go up the pitch. We're not looking to go backwards. And the reason that they're so good at it is because they can look after the ball in midfield.
Yeah.
But the players that we've got in the first team at the moment, Sussex, Ward-Prowse, they always are too cautious because they know they're going to lose the ball at some point. Whereas these boys have got so much confidence at the moment that they know they might lose it, but they probably get it back.
I think to answer your point about are these boys taught something different in the academy, look at Scholes when he first came into the team versus Scholes once he'd been in and around the team for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. The Scholes that came into team was fucking brilliant. He was literally full of confidence, bombing forward. He was great. All of a sudden, that's gone. So I do think there is something different.
Taught out of him, yeah.
I think it's taught out of him, yeah, because I think it's all about caution. Don't take any risks, you know. So we'll see. We'll see how it material. Mate, I am sorry. Like I said, I'm happy in one respect, really happy, because the thing that I care about most is the players.
Yeah.
So I'm really, because I don't think that Potter did anything last season to warrant us ripping this team up completely and backing him 100%. Not a fucking chance.
No,
so I'm glad.
I agree.
I'm glad that we haven't done that. Right, I am. We haven't. We've kept the core of our players. And if I was the owner of this club, I would be saying to Potter, "You haven't convinced me, mate. So we're going to stick with you. You've got 6 months till January. You've got 6 months till January to prove that you can fucking do something. And then maybe I'll back you.
I think Sunderland is the perfect game. And I'll tell you why for the first game of the season. It's because they've just come up. They come up through the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they were nowhere near it. I've got a Sunderland boy in my team who sports him. And he was fucking shocked.
Yeah.
And I've got to watch the game with him. Right? And I'm not really looking forward to it, if I'm being honest. But he said to me, he was like, very lucky to go up. So West Ham, we're in a position where we were 17th. What were we last year when we fucking 16th, 15th, something like that?
Yeah.
Right? So if we can't beat a team that just struggled to get up into the Premier League with the signings that they've got as well,
they lost some players as well, didn't they? Lost Bellingham.
Yeah, they lost some players. Yeah, Bellingham as well. But I think we'll have a real problem if we can't beat these lot. That's when my optimism. I think it's probably the best and the worst game for me personally, having first game of the season, because it'll either put my optimism like, okay, cool, we've got through that test. That's good. Like, we should be getting through that test. If we don't get through the test, I'm going to be a little bit more worried.
It's going to be. It's
going to make me a little bit nervous.
I mean, the thing is,
normally get nervous.
But the thing is, I think any West Ham team with any manager, I don't think that's an easy game. So I don't think going to Sunderland for the first game of the season, that fucking stadium is going to be rocking. They're back in the Premier League.
Yeah, it will be.
I think it's going to be rocking. So it ain't going to be easy. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think it'd be easy, mate. Far from it. I'm just saying I think it'd be a good test against the players that they've got to what we've got. The way that Potter wants to play football. But yeah, time will tell. Bring me back in about 3 weeks, and it could be one or the other. It could be the other way around. But at the moment, I'm excited just to have football back. I always get bored.
Yeah. Damien, how have you got back
and then
in?
You lot,
Fuck off, you dick.
Who?
Damien, shit club, shit fan base. I can't stand listening to. He keeps, Damien D'Amico. He keeps on fucking making new accounts. How many fucking times I've got to block you? Fuck off. Sorry, mate. Go on.
He's pre-season. He's only just making new YouTube accounts. I've told this prick many times, honestly. And I've just said I'm optimistic. I'm an optimist about this season. What more the fuck does he want?
This geezer, Damien, right? If you see him on any other channel, he's in there going, I'm sacking West Ham off now. I'm going over to Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's literally what he does. Arsenal, Chelsea, just cunts us off all the time. And he's calling us negative. Fuck off. Honestly.
Oh, man.
Gone. One click and you're gone.
Yeah, he needs to go. No, anyway. he's a bit of a muppet. I've seen him on many things.
Yeah.
I can't. You can't please everyone, mate, at the end of the day. I've just said I'm optimistic. I think we'll actually do all right this season. But, as I said, Sunderland will be a big test for us. Massive test.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. It will be a big test. And look, on the flip side of it, if we win that, because I won't dismiss that win. It ain't going to be like, oh, no, we should have won that. That'd be a good fucking win. To get off to a good start against Sunderland is a good win.
As you said, at their place as well.
Yeah.
It's a place rocking.
It's a good win, really is.
And with the way he wants to play, the way Potter wants to play, if he can get a win with that, then fair play to him. I think that'd be a great result. And we need it. We need a good start.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, mate, good to talk to you as always. Hello, everyone in the chat. I'm just sitting outside in the sun.
Oh fuck!
Just woke up. But yeah. You enjoy the next 2 days of your summer, and
mate,
I'll enjoy it all year round.
I had to put my gazebo down. Fucking 50-mile-an-hour winds.
The disposable fucking barbecue's gone as well, I'm sure.
Yeah. I know, mate. I know. Right,
well, mate, have a good one, and I'm sure I'll speak to you after the Sunderland game anyway.
Yes.
Have a good one,
Lovely
everyone.
stuff. All right, cheers, mate.
Happy birthday, Mickey. Ta-ra, boys. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra, mate. Right, I'm going to see if Gary's still awake, because he did try and phone me. It might be too late for him. Last one.
I know, mate. I know.
Hello, mate. Of course you're still awake. Of course you're still... turn me down, Gary. I can hear myself.
All right. Nick, I'm going to call you back on my other phone, because this battery's a bit low.
How many phones you got?
So can I call you straight back now on my other phone?
Go on, mate.
Stay there.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this fucking annoys me, mate. Honestly, I just wish he'd go away. He's the same in all the other chats. I don't know why they don't all fucking block him. How desperate have you got to be for subscribers, man? Just fucking get rid of him. Honestly. I will never understand it. You know, if you got a nice community, everyone's fucking talking, and you let dickheads like that in, won't have it. Get out of my pub. That's what I say. Cat fun dealer, yeah, I almost said that. Going to get on his other phone. Right, so where are we? We pumped Sunderland 3-0. That's your Scottish team, innit? Was it Hearts? Didn't you say, you said Hearts, didn't you? I think they're all right, though, at the moment, aren't they? They're a good team. Hello, is that Gary? Oh, hang on, mate. I've transferred you to the wrong thing. Gary? Oh, no. I fucked it all up. Hang on. Gary?
You hear me?
I can hear you, mate. I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, I've been out tonight.
Oh, hang on, mate. 1 minute. I'm transferring you back. Fuck's sake. This is going wrong.
Doing a show tonight. I'll come in and you're on. So I missed the start of the show.
You've been on the beers?
Well, we just went to a carvery thing. You know, she's been away for 10 days and she works for me. So I get the laptop to her and just met up something to eat. You normally been doing a show on a Wednesday night, haven't you, last few weeks?
Oh, there's no pattern to it, mate, because the football ain't on
I
yet.
know.
So
you're all over the place. I know.
It will be. Once the football's back, we'll be back to normal shows again.
Anyway, I missed the start of the show, but I listened to the last couple of callers.
Have you been following, just very quickly, because what I came on to talk about, we haven't really spoken about tonight. It just goes to show you how people don't give a fuck about goalkeepers. I don't blame you. What are your thoughts on the goalkeeper front? Because let me just explain it again for the 18th time, as you miss the start of the show. So for me, I'm not happy with the fact that West Ham, who apparently haven't got much money, we're going to be going out and spending 30 million on a fucking goalkeeper and then going and potentially getting somebody like a Brownhill in central midfield. So when I learned that we was getting a goalkeeper like that for 8 million, who I've since looked at and looks the bollocks, I was quite happy. Good, yeah. I thought we'd get him and then we got money to spend on a midfielder. So on a
midfield player.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, 100%. 100%. Ariola's a good keeper, but two things, his confidence is very low. And of course, with a goalkeeper, you've got no one to bail you out. You make a mistake, it's costing you a goal. And the system he's playing, like you say, you're just not suited to it, Nick. You know, he's a great shot stopper. But I agree with you. This other keeper, it almost sounds 6 million. Almost sounds too good to be true, doesn't it?
Well, it's 8 million. And do you know what else makes me laugh as well, right? You've got the West Ham fans. This is a goalkeeper, right? West Ham fans going, oh, we're taking the cheap route. Mate, we bought Areola for 8 million. We bought Fabianski for 7 million. We bought fucking Rob Green for... We've never spent a lot of money on goalkeepers. We haven't.
No.
Nor should we.
No. Nick, if we had, like, pockets of money, like I say, different, but we've got a limited budget, and everyone agrees, the midfield is a priority.
Yes.
It absolutely is. Now, if we didn't buy anyone else now and we started the season with the team we got, the midfield three I like to see, and I think you're going to agree with what I'm going to say, will be Potts, Paquetá and Alvarez.
100%.
That's what, yeah. I don't like the three centre-backs, really. I'd rather have a back four again. So with Potter, it was some encouraging signs in America, particularly the youngsters coming through. That's, I think, what Ryan was saying, Australia, that's what's excited him, seeing some of the younger lads coming through. They look fresh, they like going forward.
Yeah.
And, you know what makes me laugh? 2 seasons ago, this youngsters beat Arsenal 5-1 in the final, at Emirates 5-1 in the final, Youth Cup final.
Yeah.
Not only did they do that, they also won the league that year. People forgot that. They'd done a double.
Yeah.
They also destroyed Liverpool 4-1. And that was a Liverpool team full of youngsters that Klopp was bringing through, including your Harvey Elliott's. So these kids are really, and I mean, it's some of the Arsenal players we beat 5-1, they've broken into the first team, and some of the Liverpool players. So these players are good enough. There's no doubt about it.
No.
I mean,
one second. Trodger said we've got 165 million overdraft. Why can't we have? That's secured against the next 2 or 3 seasons Premier League money, Trudge.
That's right. That's a bit of a gamble. If you do,
they ain't to spend now, mate.
No, Nick. The thing is, right, is when I look at the team, I'm sitting here. I'm same as you, probably. A lot of people are. I'm listening. You're trying to put your first 11 out. I mean, I think with the wing backs, I don't like it really. I think, I'd rather have the extra player in midfield up front, particularly when you think at the moment you've got Bowen and Falkirk up front. Bowen's better when he's wide, really. And then you've got Somerville to come back and Gamera. Where's he going to fit in? I would rather see a 4-1-4-1 or a 4-2-3-1 or whatever way you want, a 4-3-3. But I don't like the wing back system. And I know where you're coming from with the season. I'm getting a bit excited because the next transfer could just happen and suddenly the team could be transformed.
Yeah.
But at the same token, the way Potter plays, I don't want to come down in too quick before the season's even started. But I would rather see a different system. I prefer the fast counter-attacking football when you break on teams quick. Yeah. The first 2 seasons.
It's the most anti-West Ham type of football. Do you know something? I hate to say it, right?
Yeah.
To a degree, Moyes ball was more West Ham like because at least you played counter-attack and you had moments in games. I didn't like the style, but you had at least moments of explosive moments. Whereas
Nick, the first 2 seasons under Moyes, the counter-attacking football was superb. I mean, we're going to Villa away 4-1. Remember the Brighton's game a couple of years ago, the first win there in years. And they had a lot of possession, Brighton, but Antonio and Bowen broke on them and just devastated them.
I think the only thing is, sadly, with anything like that, with counter-punch football, as not a Forest fan last year, you can't do it forever. Especially if you're good at it. If you're good at it and you've got a lethal counter-attack and you're catching teams out all the time, eventually they're just going to sit back and say, fuck off.
Let's face it.
We're not going to let you in.
And let's face it, Nick, it don't matter, what system you got. Sometimes you've got to be able to adapt a little bit because you can't play the same team in the same system as every team in the Premier League. You've got to vary it out a little bit. You've got to. The Sunderland game is going to be a battle up there. You've got to go up there. You're going to have to dig in the first 20, 25 minutes, not give them a goal because the place is going to be bouncing, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so it depends who you're playing. But who would you like to see? I mean, if because I didn't see Alvarez play at all. I know he was playing in Mexico before, but he didn't get a look in. And was Gamera injured the other night against Bournemouth? Was he didn't get used?
He ain't going to use him, mate. He's hardly going to fucking use him. He's not good.
I think there's a player there.
There is a player there, but it's another one. We're going to play. The only wide players we're going to have are the wing backs. That's it. And I
mean, Pottswap's superb.
I fucking hate. I hate the system. I really do.
Yeah. And Marshall as well. I like what I've seen of Marshall. He looks busy, didn't he?
Yeah, when he came on, I'll tell you what. That first 10 minutes of that game, how busy. When you say busy, he looked like a right pain in the arse, didn't he? He was fucking everywhere. Brilliant.
Yeah. And this is the thing. I don't want to see the players like push back in the pecking order if we're bringing players in positions. Like if we get an old defensive midfield player, I want to see Potts play. I want to see Potts start. I think he's good enough to start right now.
Yeah,
he's going to make mistakes. Declan Rice made mistakes in his early days.
I don't know that he will make. If he's in the team with the right midfielders, I don't think you're going to get a great amount of mistakes from him because the kid's got his head screwed on. He's don't forget he's been playing senior football now for a long time. He's up to speed. He's fine. He moves. I tell you what, he moves that ball quick. He really does.
He does, and I tell you what, I bet you loved it as well. Paquetá seems to love playing with the kids, doesn't he?
Yeah,
playing alongside him. He seems to enjoy it. He seems to bring that side out in him.
I said the last time that we had a crop of kids coming through. We had old Paolo who was there. Very similar sort of character that sort of G'd the kids up.
Right. Father figure.
Someone that they could idolise. Someone that looks after them. Someone that they looked up to as well. And I think it's the same sort of thing there. So this is why I reckon this season is so important because Paquetá won't be here next year. So I think it's so important that we use this year to develop them players.
Yeah, like I say, I think some of the other players as well. I mean, Alford looks like a Carrick type, doesn't he? Midfield player, very graceful.
Yeah.
Skull's already broken into he's had chances. The only one that doesn't seem up to it is Casey. I mean, he made a couple of mistakes. Maybe he should be loaned out. But Earthy looked good last season when Moyes was here before. I mean, so we've got some good, and Marshall, of course, as well. We just spoke about him. So we've got some brilliant young players here.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and I felt sorry for Casey because obviously Casey looked very off the pace and very sloppy when he came in. And look, it is that position that he was playing in central up against Beto. He's a last line of defence. You know, you make any fuck up, it's going to get punished. You're going to look terrible,
of course.
And
of course,
I just feel like it's a shame because like, I made the point earlier on about Diouf, who's come in. He looked shit for 2 games. But you persist with him because you've paid 20 million for him. When kids come in, kids come in, if they don't do it straight away and they've come up from the under 23s, it's almost like, oh no, they're not ready. You know, sometimes you just got to stick with them for a little bit.
I think Diouf, he's going to be a really good player. I mean, strong, powerful. I think him and Wan-Bissaka down. If you had him as fullbacks, I mean, I heard somebody earlier. I think it was.
Don't know about fullbacks. He ain't a good defender, mate.
No, but what? No. This is what I was going to say to you.
Yeah.
Was Mikey was just saying about letting Emerson go was a mistake because he was saying play Emerson at left back and you could have put Diouf further up the field. Which he hasn't got to do so much defending, has he?
I agree. So look, time will tell whether this is an upgrade.
Yes, it will.
He's looked very good so far, but again, we've got to wait and see how he does. Because make no bones about it, right? From what I've been told, against Bournemouth, in the first 15, 20 minutes, we should have been 3 goals
easily.
Down.
We could have been easily.
That as my son said, he said that was a Premier League intensity 20 minutes.
It was. And there's no arguments. We got
fucking blitzed for about 20 minutes.
We did. But every football match will get moments like that. Whether you take your chance. You are right. You can't argue against that. We could easily have been 2 or 3 down.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I agree with Trudge on this as well. So this one thing that I've noticed a bit. Look, he ain't a tricky player that's going to run down the wing and skill players up and go around them like what Kudus did. But when you've got that sort of left foot, as he proved with one of the assists that he's got, he can cross from deep.
Brilliant
cross. He can cross from deep. So wherever he gets a fucking sight,
Bowen loves that.
And you know something as well, Bowen and Fulkrug, they will love it, and they will make the runs as well because they'll know the minute that ball goes out wide, they're going to be making their runs into the fucking box.
Exactly, like when Paquetá gets the ball, they know the pass is coming. They're on their feet. Yeah. I'll tell you another thing. If Potter's got any sense as well, the one thing he's going to need is time. Now, you've said yourself how we start the season. What will give Potter a bit more time if he plays the kids? Because the fans are going to be a bit more.
I agree with that.
Yeah, they're going to be a bit more lenient. They're going to be up for it. And I think the worst thing he'd do if he don't play any of them, he starts giving the kids a chance. The fans are going to be right excited, which, like Ryan was saying, that's what's got him going a little bit. He's seen America, same as me. I'm the same as him.
I'm sorry. I do as a fan. I need to get something.
Of course,
that makes me. I need to get something back. So even if I'm not going to enjoy the football, the fact that we're getting the kids on there and we're developing them, and maybe you're having moments in games, I'll more than put up with it. If that's a compromise because. That is something that is like, as far as I'm concerned, part of the identity of West Ham is playing good football, bringing the kids through, stuff like that. It's not all about winning, being a West Ham fan.
So can I ask you a question then, Nick? If we go from this style, this possession-based style, now I'm a bit surprised, I must admit, because over the years when we've had our discussions about, the pros and cons of David Moyes, many a show, haven't we? And like. My thing was all with him. I was remembering the first 2 seasons in particular when we was fast at counter-attacking football. It was really exciting. We used to rip teams apart.
When it worked,
When it worked, yeah. Of course, the last bit of the last season didn't. And I'm going back to the early part when it worked. Now, I'm surprised for you because in a way, you just said you actually quite like that. And you actually prefer that style of fast attacking football. I think you like seeing the ball get played wide, didn't you?
Mate.
Rather than this pass along the back.
I prefer that
which
to
I
this.
hate.
I prefer that to this. Yeah, I really do.
You got Pep to blame for this. He's the one that brought this style into the Premier League in the first place.
Though. He's not really, because I know. Look, because if you watch the Man United game, right? See, I never associated possession-based football with being fucking uber defensive. So I'm surprised by this. I actually am. So if you look at the way that Man City play, they play keep ball, but they're fucking in your half. They're pegging you back. When we played against Man United the last 20 minutes, if we played like that, I'll watch that all fucking day long. No problem whatsoever. But holding the ball in your own half, working the ball up to midfield to James Ward-Prowse for him to pass it back again, I just want to punch him in the face. You're just like, mate, for fuck's sake. And do you know what? Nothing annoys football fans when you're in the stadium more than that either. When you're working the ball up the pitch and then a player does a 360, they turn around and they go back again. You're like, what are you doing? The idea of football was to get the ball from this end of the pitch to that end and fucking score. Oh, you still there, Gary? Gary's gone. Hang on. I think it's me Wi-Fi. Hang on. See if he phone's back. Hang on. Let's turn my Wi-Fi off. Hang on. Right. Well, Gary, I don't know what's happened there, mate. I'm not sure. I don't know. Right, my phone's going funny as well. It's locked. I don't know. Right, everyone, I'm going to call it a night there. Gary, we'll have a catch-up after a game. I'm going to be bringing the phone-in shows back again soon. It was lovely talking to you. Thanks to all the callers that have called in. Thank you to everyone in the live chat as well. Thank you very much for the super chats from Fly Fox Pro. Super Alan Thomas. Pew, 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 pew. I missed that one. Pew, pew. That's what you was talking about. Super chat from Terry Matthew. And Cat Fun. Cat Fun. Is that aimed at me? Where will you finish this season? Oh, mate, I don't know. I'm assuming you're a different supporter. I'll be 15th. I reckon we'll finish 15th. I won't say that we're not going to get relegated because I never will, but I don't think we will anyway. Thanks everyone for joining tonight, and as Happy says, smash a like. That isn't a love heart in the chat. As you come out, hit the thumbs up. It does really help us. It will spread it around and whatever else. But yeah, thanks everyone. I'm knackered. This has gone on way longer. They always do, these phone-ins. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you all soon. Come on, you irons. Fuck off, Damien.